recent White House executive order calls for an end to federal funding to public media, and it could impact PBS and NPR programming and journalism across Utah. News specialist Shelby Lofton spoke to some of the voices and managers of a Utah radio station, which is a member of NPR.
I asked Utah Public Radio to explain where all of its funding comes from exactly and why their journalists stand by their programming. UPR is a nonprofit public radio station located on Utah State University's campus. In their newsroom, a team of journalists finds, records, edits, and produces stories about Utahns. They also broadcast national and international news with providers like the BBC. UPR gets money to stay on air from private donors, grants, USU, and partially through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, known as the CPB. Host and station manager Tom Williams said about 15% of the UPR's budget comes from the CPB, which is federally funded. If these proposed cuts come to fruition, he says it would negatively impact the station. Williams says it wouldn't necessarily be fatal for UPR, but it would force them to look at their programs, staff, and resources and assess what they could afford to keep.
We don't know what exactly is going to happen, but we're trying to prepare for all eventualities, right? Keeping our listeners informed, kind of like reporters, right? As we would do the news. But also to kind of come together as a community, reassure the community that we're doing everything that we can.
I also reached out to PBS Utah to see how these potential cuts could impact them. They referred me to a statement from the CEO who said, in part, the executive order threatens our ability to serve the American public with educational programming. In Logan, Shelby Lofton, KSL 5 News.